Okay.
Yeah, you want to go
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
All right. We are breaking record here. Very good. Let's go for it. One, two, three. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Live Talk, and we are continuing with our mini series on podcasting with the wonderful Jennifer Navarrete. Jennifer, welcome back to Live Talk.
Well, I love talking about this, so you've got my full attention.
Very good, and I'm sure our audience is expectating as just what is that the word at the seat of, at the edge of their seats, waiting for the what is your phrase? You use that very often. That nugget, that
The
little
little gold nugget.
gold
Yep.
nugget of information that you have for us today. And we've been talking about different things over the last episodes. And today, uh, we would like to talk about Fountain because it could be that maybe podcasting is not for everyone. In,
Mhm.
in the sense that not everyone is a creator, maybe. I think Fountain is a good option for creators, but if they are not, I mean, people listen to podcasts every
Mhm.
day. What can you tell us about Fountain?
So Fountain.fm is an app that you can get both on iOS and Android.
Hmm.
And it is a way to listen to podcast that is not Apple Podcasts and not Spotify. So if you go to fountain.fm or if you go to the App Store or the Play Store and you download it, and you can subscribe to all the same podcasts that you listen to on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or anywhere else. But here's the difference. As someone who is a listener
Hmm.
of a podcast for up to 1 hour per day,
Hmm.
you can earn Satoshis for every minute that you listen to a podcast.
There we go.
So you're like, Satoshis, what's that? It's a fractional amount of Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin goes up, the price of the value of Satoshi goes up. As Bitcoin goes down, the value of Satoshi goes down. But it's based on the price of Bitcoin. So a Satoshi is a tiny little fractional amount. So you're like, okay, well, what does that mean? Well, as a listener, as if you don't podcast and you're not a podcaster, but you are someone who listens, or even like myself, like we listen and podcast, we do
Right,
both.
right.
But for 1 hour a day, I am listening on Fountain for sure because I want to earn a Satoshi per minute for up to 60 minutes.
Hmm.
Now, is it one Satoshi? Is it five Satoshis? Is it eight Satoshis? It varies. It's kind of like a
Hmm.
game, like, ooh, how many Satoshis am I earning per minute today? And I can tell you for the last 3 days, I've been earning one Satoshi per minute. But I don't feel so bad because I can tell you when I listen on Apple Podcasts, I'm earning no Satoshis.
There we go.
Happy
But
to earn some Satoshis.
why not? But let me ask you a question. Can you? I mean, I have my favorite podcast in Spotify, Amazon,
Mhm.
Apple, whatever. Um, can I find those in
Yep.
Fountain as well?
You can because Podcast Index, which has is another aggregator of the podcasts that exists in the world and
Hmm.
growing all the time. It has over 4 million podcasts
Hmm.
listed, and so that's what Fountain.fm pulls from. Is that it
Ah.
pulls from that source, and those are a list of all the podcasts that's updated frequently.
Hmm.
So it's very similar to what you would find, except for on Spotify. If you have podcasts that are exclusive, like Joe Rogan, you're not
Right.
going to find that anywhere except Spotify. So, with the
They
exception of things that are exclusive.
Okay, they're exclusive
Yeah.
to that platform. Okay,
Right, right,
so
right.
is that difficult to get in Fountain? I mean, to open an account, is that
No, it doesn't cost you a dime to open. They do have a premium version of their app, but
okay?
the free version is just fine. I mean, it
Okay,
allows you to still earn on that first hour.
okay,
And again, it's to me, this is kind of like that low lift or the low
yeah,
hanging fruit or the low barrier to
yeah,
entry to get into kind of that space where you can earn some Satoshi. So, what do you do with that? Well, you can cash them out if you want. But what you can also do is you can take those Satoshis that you've earned as a listener. And if
mm,
you have one of your favorite podcasters that you listen to,
ah,
and if they have the value block enabled on their podcast, which it'll inform you if it does, you can give that value of what you've earned by listening to those podcasts as a way to reward them as part of the value for value. Meaning, I'm listening to your podcast and
Right.
I find it has value to me. I would like to give you value back. And hey, look at these Satoshis that I've earned by listening to your podcast.
There we go.
Maybe I'm going to give that to you, or I could cash it out, or I could stack it. Anything, you could do anything, but it's
You
kind of a
can,
fun way to earn from listening, which they call listen to earn. And
yeah.
then you can also reward your favorite podcasters, and that's podcast to earn.
Wow, that's amazing because on the way to work, driving your car or in the tram and the train or the plane, where jogging, whatever, you can at the same time enjoy your podcast. You can earn some satoshis. So you
Mhm.
so you will have like a wallet in your
Yes, you do have a
account.
wallet on, yeah, the
Mhm.
fountain.fm.
Well, there we go. Well, I know that you have what do you call this? A link,
A referral link.
a referral
Mhm.
code. Tell us about that because I'm going to include that in the description box.
Right. So it's a great way to, and I encourage everyone to use the referral code for these
Mhm.
types of things because it's just a way to reward for letting folks know what's going on. And that's kind of like affiliate marketing or
Mhm.
anything else like that, right? If
Mhm.
somebody sends you an Amazon link and it's from their referral and you do wind up purchasing something, it rewards them for that, for
Mhm.
sharing and spreading the message. And that's all this does. It's the same. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I have found so much success with Fountain just in encouraging people to consider this because a lot of times folks may be resistant to the idea of blockchain or
Mhm.
cryptocurrency. But if I tell them, look, you already listen to podcasts, if you change your destination of where you listen, you can
Right.
also listen to earn. And I think in that way, it kind of makes them have a better sense of like, oh, I'm doing the same thing, except I'm
Mhm.
doing it here and I'm earning something from it, which, as you and I know, is very
Mhm.
similar to how the blockchain operates.
Right.
Because we can blog and we can do social media and we can podcast and do video on the blockchain. Same thing
Mhm.
we're doing on traditional social media, but
Right.
because it's a new destination, there's ownership and a potential for rewards there, which is exciting.
I know. It's exciting. So people, the referral code for Jennifer's referral code is there. Use it when opening the account by Fountain. I know I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, very good. Well, Jennifer, for those who do not know you, I know you're a coach. You coach people.
Mhm.
Please tell our audience if they're interested in creating. Maybe we have some potential podcasters on our audience. Tell us a little about you in case someone needs a little help. And yeah, go ahead.
So I like to think of podcasting as having four levels. Level one is mobile plus apps. Level two is your, like, I've got, USB microphone, I've got a laptop, and if I have an Apple computer, it came with the GarageBand. If not, I can download Audacity, which is cross-platform
Mhm.
and it's free, or any number of other tools. And so I'm going to dig into the 3 a.m. editing sessions and I'm going to learn this for myself. Level three is like, I'm all in. I'm going to build a whole studio in my home or in my office. Let's do the thing.
Let's do
And
the
level
thing.
four is where I work with a lot of clients. And
Okay.
that's where you have a mission and a message to share with the world, but you don't want to learn the tech. You don't want to do 3 a.m. editing sessions. You don't want to do all those things. You want somebody to guide you. You want that done for you service. And so that's level four, meaning you have a mission and a message, but you want to work with a podcast producer, whether that's in studio or, like in my case, virtual. And I've done in studio work, but ever since the pandemic, I do everything virtual, which
Mhm.
it's kind of nice.
Mhm.
So either way, whether you find, and there's podcast studios probably in your city and town, they're all over the place. A lot of times they're in co-working spaces. So if you're looking locally to go to a physical location, take a look and just do a quick search. You'll probably find folks locally. But if you like to work with folks virtually, I and many others like myself do that for daily, on the daily. So if you have a mission and a message to get out to the world, there's four levels of podcasting. If you're looking for level four, I'm one of the many people that can do that with you, for you, and to get your message out to the world.
Very good, very good. So Jennifer's contact information is in the description box. Get in touch if you are thinking about level four. Jennifer, thank you very much. Well, it's amazing. I mean, I learned so much from you. I'm so much enriched, and so and I have so many more questions. Every time we finish one episode, it's like, oh my gosh, then we can talk about this later on. But uh, there will be a next time, a next opportunity.
Absolutely.
Before we leave, as our custom, what can you tell our audience, a word of encouragement for our future podcasters?
Podcasting is a long game. It is not a set it and forget it. It is something that's going to take time and it's work. I think there's a romantic idea that I'm going to start a podcast and it's kind of this
Mm,
romantic idea.
mm,
It's that, but it's also work. So I just want to give a little reality check as your word of encouragement. Know that it's
mm,
going to take work, but I'm telling you, if you have a mission and message to get out to the world, it's worth every single moment
mm.
to get it out there, because it's not just about you getting out. It's also the people receiving it and the impact that that message has on the world.
Nice. Very good. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you very much. Until the next episode, as always, we wish you all a successful and blessed day. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye, y'all.